Well, hello everyone. It's been ages since I've last seen any of you. Like, seriously, ages. I just wanted to pretty much let you all know I am not dead. I am still very much around and alive. Just been, learning how to do some other stuff with my time. So I've been picking up more kind of skills I can use to improve myself in life. So that's why you haven't seen me in, what has it been, like a month now? Which is honestly a little crazy to think about. Because I'm not trying to get back into that cycle that's happened with me before. Yep, I just looked it up. It's been about a month. Or it's just like, man, I need to get back into playing more on the weekends or something, but at least get back into a more consistent streaming schedule for you guys, so everyone can enjoy what I do. Plus, I've been letting this skill kind of slip, the just talk about stuff to begin with. Just give me a quick second. There we go. Just had to get the word out that I am alive and well. So that way other people can enjoy what I'm doing. And it doesn't turn out to be one of those things where it's like, oh, it's been forever, what are you finally doing here? I do need to go and,
begin. The warlord approaches.
because I finally got a new laptop, so I should be able to start using my, Elgato. Holy crap, that dude is selling those things for a pretty penny. They're not even worth that much, I don't think. Well, that's a Deep Winter charity rate, though. Maybe Deep Winters are. But anyways, I finally got myself a new laptop, a MacBook. And I got rid of my old gaming laptop. So whatever the bug was with the Elgato software on Windows, I'm done with that. I was like, no, yeah, screw you. I'm not trying to play this game no more. Because I don't know what was going on. I was sitting there and I was like, dude, like, how am I supposed to fix this? This makes no sense. I was doing everything they were telling me. I did everything in the support that they told me. And it still wasn't wanting to work. So I was just like, you know what? It has to be something to do with the actual system itself. I took it to Best Buy and I had a IT specialist look at it, and yeah, there was quite a bit of stuff wrong with it. Like nothing, no virus related wise. At least none that I can recall, and if there was, it was probably from the mods I was downloading, because I didn't watch any sort of prawn on it. Don't know why you're shutting down. You can clearly hear me speak. Ugh. Yeah, life's just been new. Got a new headset, hate it. I think it's not nearly as good as my Sony one that I've had. But you know, whatever. I have to make do with what I got. So it won't be a long stream today. It'll be more of a short one. I just planned on doing these New Life festivals right here, because I want to get the... I pretty much want to get the stuff that they're dropping. And the sad part is I don't have much time to do it on many characters. So I'm trying to do as much as I can. Ah, frick. I still have to do, like not Dell, but something to get some tickets. I don't necessarily want any of the stuff that they have, like in the event merchant, the Imperial Soul. I can't. I've never looked at it, and I can't think of what it's called. But the event merchant, and I really did want that new Indrik mount they had, but by the time I finally sat down and was like, okay, can I get this Indrik mount? Because I would have to get the Nascent Indrik mount first, and then could get the Snow White Indrik mount. I was like, alright, do I just have the time to do it with, you know, being the 24th? I sat down and I kind of did some calculations, and I was like, no, I don't have the time, because I'll need 80 tickets between 2 characters, only making 5 tickets a day. Right there you can see that that's pretty tough, because that'll be 10 days just to get the 50 tickets, and then another 6 to get that the last of it. And like I said, because I went and I did it on the 24th instead of the very start of the festival, that's when I was kind of like, well, shit. And I mean, it's going to kind of suck that I don't get the Snow White Indrik mount, because I honestly thought that was one of the coolest mounts I've seen. I really didn't care for the pure black one, or well, it's supposed to be like that one right there. That's so freaking cool to look at. Let's go kill some wildlife. There we go. They can have the rest. I've already killed everything. Why are you attacking me? Seriously. I'm trying to run away. Alright, I am outside your effective range. Quit fucking rushing after me. God, those guys suck at killing anything. Like, my character is not set up at all. Like, seriously, she is not set up whatsoever. But she is set up where I could literally take down hordes of those things in less than 5 seconds. And on ESO, okay, let me retract here a little bit. I tend to think myself as kind of a smart guy and able to see the mechanics and be able to kind of cheese stuff. But when it comes to ESO, wait, there's a dolmen right up the road. Is that dolmen active? I don't see it active because it's right there. I tend to think of myself as a smart guy and able to cheese things relatively easy. But when it comes to ESO, like, I cannot figure out for the freaking life of me a good build. I don't know what it is, I just cannot figure it out. Like, this build I have on this character is honestly for PvP, and it's decent for PvP. I haven't done PvP in a while, so it might still be decent. And that was my first time actually expanding into PvP. But at least for like PvE, this build is very lackluster when it comes to bosses and stuff of that caliber. But with standard mobs, it can pretty much wipe the floor with it. It's just more when it comes to the dungeon bosses or well, not even Dell bosses, but just pretty much dungeon bosses for the most part. Oh, I don't like this one right here. Because you get a bounty for doing nothing. Like, I kind of understand it, but where is it at? Nah, that one. Oh, that's Alakir Castle. Alright, they're wanting Alduin for this one. Odirian. I can understand kind of why they're gonna give us a find, but it's also part of the event. So it's like, no, this really shouldn't be anything. This should just be accepted. But then again, you are flinging mud at high elves, so I mean, capital offense right there. Death. Death by beheading.
All you know is violence.
Oh, can we throw it at each other? You can kill them. I'm not gonna kill random people and get my bounty even higher. What? Dominion Guard? Here, take that. Oh, what the heck happened? No, you don't. Whoop, 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 whoop. If I get out of their range, they should be able to leave me alone. Alright, there it is. Alright, I got some pardon, so we can use that real quick. Yeah, I still need to do some stuff, so I'm going to do a few more of these, do some of these charity writs, because I got 3, I've already done 3, so that should give me at least some form of what's it called? I can't think of it. That should give me at least some sort of achievement. Thank you. I couldn't think that for a second. I'm never going to use these counterfeit things, so I'm just like, screw it, I'm just going to use them during this event. Event's kind of been nice because it's been pretty much no, I can't throw it at no one. Nope, don't want that. Alright, now let's go pelt the ambassadors. I think that's how you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to cheese it with people around. But I've always just done it to the citizens because I never see people. So I'm like, screw it, a citizen's gonna have to do. Alright. I'm gonna pelt my ambassador this time. Alright. It's kind of weird though, being a like a hobbyist streamer. Because people have this, and I'll say this because I mean, I'm not going to lie, this was completely me. But there is a romantic notion with streamers right now. It's like, oh, I can go stream a game I like to play, have people watch me, and then from there I can make a living, and all I have to do then is just play games and just talk to people. Sign me up. I mean, there's a lot more that goes into it than that. And that's something I didn't really think about to begin with. I like this one right here, the Fish Spoon Feast, because I mean, I've caught enough just to kind of finish it when I get it. But it's also sucks a little bit because I have achievements that's not done yet because they won't give me that one. Unless if no, I'm starting to think that I've done them all, and now I have to go out and find these other achievements. But anyways, going back to what I was saying, there's a romantic notion for streamers nowadays. People just think, oh, I could do this, be the best thing there is, and just make money while doing it. And it's like, that's not necessarily the case. You actually have to put in some hard work into being a streamer. And especially at first, when you're a small streamer and you don't have any money whatsoever, you really are forced to start off as a hobbyist. But, I mean, that's pretty much kind of a crying shame. Because it is fun to stream. But I think people go into it for kind of the wrong reasons. Because like I said, I was completely guilty of that. The heck is trying to attack me? Nothing. So I don't know what you're talking about. I definitely think anyone can stream. People just go into it for the wrong reasons. How most things happen with most people. Like I said, I'm completely guilty of that because that just happened to me. But you want to attack me? You're not even near me. We've done what, like 4 so far? And we've only been doing this for about 30 minutes? Yeah, that's kind of bad turnover. Ugh.
The fish. I am on the Nords of.
Oh, this is an easy one. I don't know what they're trading. So I'm thinking, let me take a quick look kind of at, nope, not lore, achievements. Let me go down to the holiday events. I have yet to do... I have yet to learn everything, and I have to complete 8 of the rites still to get that. Oh, but of course, instead they want me to finish this one right here, so I still have to learn all those, and I don't got the money to go out and buy them. Alright, so I've done all the, I practically have done everything I can do right now for this event. Oh, I haven't increased my person yet today. Right there's the stable master. Give me my ride. Oh, I still got an hour. God damn it. When did I do it yesterday? Oh no, that's right. I've done it around that time yesterday. Oh well. So it looks like tomorrow I'm just going to be a day behind and $1 short. Well, that's fine. I'm just working on my last one, as you all saw. I just got to work on that. I do kind of hope, because I've just been getting back into ESO as well. I took quite a bit of a break there. I was just getting bored with it, and I was like, man, like it's fun, but I was just like, man, I'm not doing this stuff I necessarily wanted to do. Because if you ask me, MMOs are pretty much about huge groups of friends getting together and just playing the hell out of it. So I would find it more fun, honestly, for people, like, let's say a group of, even just a group of 4, so a standard kind of a dungeon group, was going around in a zone, just collecting resources, just talking, doing quests and all that, just pretty much completing the zone to completion. To me, I don't know how he is so much faster than me, because everything's maxed out in my character except for my my carry weight. So unless if carry weight gives you kind of a synergy... Oh, I wasn't sprinting, that's probably why. I thought my character was sprinting. But that's how I kind of see games like this, they're supposed to be played. It's like, it just makes more sense to me. To be like, oh no, you know, we're playing as a group, we need to go around this zone and complete it. Like, it's fun going around zones you've never been in by yourself and doing everything. But I still, it's kind of a romantic idea, I guess, of how an MMO should be played. 'Cause otherwise, it's kind of lonely. Yeah, I see people running around, I see people occasionally talking, but otherwise it's like, well, where's the fun in it? So yeah, I would, if I was in charge of ESO's, like, setting up the events, I would honestly put more of a focus where it's like, oh, alright, I want people to group up. Whether that be with someone on your friends list, or just some random stranger. I want people to group up, do that, so when they do that, they have the highest chance to get bonus resources, or just pretty much anything really good to help them out. I want that. I'm running low on resources, so if I see like some of the resources I really need or really want, I'm gonna go gather them. That's kind of a cool looking guar.
Christ. The orcs of Ven-
And I believe that's going to be my last one for the day. How many have I gotten so far? No, I'll still have 2 more to do. The only problem with doing those writs is I don't necessarily have the resources. That's alright. Here's the reason people pretty much say before you start doing writs, you need to gather a ton of resources. Because when you start doing them constantly, you're going to need resources. And like another... Alright, so I might have gripes about games. That's it. I usually have gripes. I'll never say a game is bad unless if it's absolutely just more than likely objectively bad by the vast majority of the people who play it. So ESO's not a bad game, but there are gripes I have with it. So I mean, not putting so much emphasis on grouping is kind of a flaw in my mind, but I can also see why they don't do that. Because you don't want to put such a emphasis on grouping when there's the potential that people don't want to group. Or it's like, oh great, I've started up the game, I just want to be by myself, now I need to go find a group to get what I want, or whatever. I can understand that part. So that's why it's kind of hard for me to say, oh, I'll put more of an emphasis on grouping. It's like, okay, you can do that, but does it balance out? It just all becomes a balancing act in the end. Oh, hello. I was gonna say, don't tell me I can't collect nothing. I'm also finally just now learning how to like actually play my character, because I'm starting to learn all that interesting stuff where it's like, oh no, you have to do weaving cancellations. You gotta know how to weave, you gotta know how to do animation canceling. So more of the high tier tech stuff that people learn when they get ready to go onto trials. Because I'm at the point in my gaming cycle on ESO where it's like I've never done a trial in my freaking life, so I'm about to start doing trials. Like getting into trials, going to groups that are like, yeah, we're a trial group. I'm like, okay, well, I want to get into trials, but I don't think my character's spec'd. Help me spec them out. But most people who do trials are also freaking CP 810, so they're the highest CP there is. So I mean, I'm only 480, so I'm a little over halfway. Not even by a little. I'm pretty much why can I not mount? And they were able to mount. 3/5 of the way there. Man, everyone got their snow Indric, and I'm just sitting here looking like a fool riding my tiger. A little sad, but that's alright. But I've never seen groups of like more than 6 together fighting stuff. And to me, an MMO should have more of a focus on that, where it's like, no, you should have more of a focus on grouping with people to do stuff, so you guys can get what you want. So that's why I'm thinking trials, because trials you have to have huge groups of people, and it's like I want to start seeing that. I want to start seeing coordinated events going on, people knowing what they have to do. You have a trio of medics, because if there's 12, you're going to want at least 3 medics, minimum of 3. And I believe how they do it is they do 4, 4, and 4. No, it's 3, 3, and 6. Because they want 6 DPSers, they want 3 tanks, and they want 3 healers. They need more DPSers just to kind of burn everything. They need the tanks to withstand everything, and the healers to heal everyone. So it's a little bit easier to get into a DPS role than it is, say, a healer or a tank role, but at the same time it's harder because, I mean, it's so easy to mess up your DPS build. It's easy to mess up any build, but especially a DPS, when the whole entire objective of DPS is just to get as much damage out the door as possible. So it's a lot easier to mess up that build. And that's kind of also why I'm a little bit hesitant to get into it, because how this character is set up is supposed to be a DPSer. I've never really DPS'd build. The only DPS build I've built that actually works seems to be in the Division 2. I got a DPS build that's going on, and I'm quite pleased with it. It's not the worst build there is. It's not the best, but you give me one other person, and so far in the game we've been taking out everything left and right like it's nothing. But I'm also, you know, not even near the end game in that game. I am very much still beginning of the game. It's not like how far I am on this game. Like, I could go on and on about kind of my wish list of what I'd love to see in this game. But in the end, it's just not going to be... none of it's going to be implemented, I don't think. Like, right now, the main thing everyone's excited for and that they want to see is Skyrim, which is probably going to be west of East March, somewhere in there. Kind of filling out that region a little bit more. I think this year will be a good year for how much regions they're adding. Because, I mean, as far as I know, the last year and this year, well, last year for sure, adding 2 new regions was insane. Like, absolutely freaking insane that they added that many regions to this game. But now with Skyrim coming out and everyone getting super pumped for that, which I don't blame them. I mean, not at all. It's probably going to be fun. I say probably because I don't know how well they're going to do it. It's probably going to be fun. Because we got to remember, they have the Rift. And the Rift technically was part of Skyrim. But the Rift is not like what we remember the Rift to be from Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. But at the same time, to offset that, this game is set, I believe it's 300 years in the past from that. So it's before Skyrim. So they still haven't had a chance. Maybe it's kind of like, oh yeah, this is the main region of Skyrim. Well, I guess they did do that. The main region was Whiterun, kind of like that Heartland, and then you went off into the Rift, which was in the smaller region, which was more of your forested area. Yeah, that was, as far as I can recall, the Rift is the only place that actually had a name for its region. The rest was all just Skyrim. quickly do this one. I believe this is actually my last one. Which I'm hoping so, because it's getting to that point where I need to get off and start doing stuff, get ready for work. Even though I'm having fun and I want to keep streaming. Oh, it's going to become somewhat of a long day today. See, this just goes back to what I was saying. I want to, like with streaming, you have to kind of take that stuff into account. Because I need to pay bills. So I can't just be like, yeah, I'm just going to call in and just stream for you guys. Yeah, I know I can't melt. I was falling. So once we'll finish this, we'll open up all the new life boxes we got. We'll go accept a couple of quests for the like, kind of the writs, and we'll just go make them while we're doing our dailies for crafting. And then after that, I'll call it good, and it's just, that's how the game's gonna end. Or not the game, but the stream will end. Oh, so kind of going back to what I was talking about, speaking of games, I am learning how to code so I can make my own games, which is going to be fun. Right now I'm kind of in the in-between steps where it's like, I believe I have all the skills I need to make a game, but I don't have none of the confidence to make the game. Because after sitting down and trying to figure out how to start the project, I'm just sitting there, I'm like, man, I am way above my head. I have no clue what I'm doing. And so I'm kind of sitting right there and I'm like, is there someone else that's more qualified? Because I'm not. Like, I wouldn't mind just getting a kind of a small loan from a buddy I know, write up a business plan, and tell him, yeah, this is pretty much my projected growth in 5 years, and go to a college, hire a couple of computer science nerds that are going in and taking the courses by my local college, just paying the minimum wage for it. It's like, man, you're still in college. I want a game to be made. I'm gonna pay you, but since you can't devote your full time to the game project, because it'll be more part-time hours type of stuff, I'm gonna be paying you less. That, and also to help the money stretch a little bit longer, you know. Because I believe if let's say I somehow passed a aptitude test to go and became a programmer, you know, I applied for a position, I passed the programming test. I have no problem figuring out that I could do stuff like that, learning from what they wrote and pretty much doing what they need me to do. Because that seems like I could just sit down in my spare time when I don't know what I'm doing and just read the entire code and just figure out exactly what everything's doing. And that's kind of where I'm struggling right now. It's like I'm trying to find free code online, which I need to go and explore Git a little bit better, or at least GitHub. Because from my understanding, there's a lot of free code on GitHub. Go through GitHub, start reading pretty much all the projects that are there, and be like, okay, so I can do this, or this, or this, or this, or this. That type of stuff, which would really help me out. Because then I can actually see, like, how it's all working in practice. Or not practice. Oh, how could I forget about this one? Alright, last one, because I can go till noon. Though I will need to take a small little break here shortly because my, where... Stormhaven. Right, here you are. For some reason, I always look in the Dominion for Stormhaven. Even though I know it's the capital of the Covenant, I still look down there for some reason. But I have no problem knowing if I could do that way, where I just look up their code and I can do what they ask me to do. And since I'll have no real experience, more than likely they'll start me off by debugging bugs. Or it's like, alright, we have some bugs, but, you know, our people are busy filling out how to get the game to run the way we want it to run. Like what we've promised our customers, our shareholders. And we need at least a few people to be on bug duty, and it's like, okay, well, since I haven't, it will just be logical. It's like I have no experience, so they're gonna put me on bug duty. That's to be expected. No. I don't know why they're showing a fucking NPC that's not right there. So that would be expected if I did do something like that. But see, I don't necessarily want to work for the man. I want to make my own games, get my own income coming, and make people go like, damn. And I have decent ideas for games. It's just they're gonna take a while to build. So I would almost need to go talk to my guy that I know and be like, listen, I want to make you some money, but I also need to make some money, and you're because he's been part of the coding industry for a long time. I mean, he was coding before I was even born. So I need to go and just kind of talk to him, be like, yo, I need some advice here, because this is what I want to do, but I don't see me with the money being able to do it in a projected time. Does this seem reasonable to you? That's also part of me giving him the, like, kind of the overall plan. And instead of paying it back in so many years, I might just be like, you listen, I want to take a loan from you, I want to do this. I intend to get your money back, but instead of, in lieu of your money coming back, you're literally going to get my company. If I don't pay it back in X amount of years. So then he can go and he could sell it off for more than what it's worth. Like, still take a kind of a hit with finances, because he'll need to kind of support everything. But see, I'll need at least 2 programmers if I want to make any decent amount of headway. But I would want them to kind of be some of the best programmers there are. There we go, that's all of them. Alright, now let's head to the place where we do all of our crafting and all that. We'll activate one of those writs. Oop, not right there. We'll do the stool carved. I'm pretty sure I have it. If not, we can always go to the carpenter. I've been doing all my stuff in elsewhere lately. But I'll at least need 2 programmers. I'm thinking 4. I'll need 1 graphic design artist. So honestly, if I can get a programmer that majors in that, minors in graphic design, I could have him do a dual shift type of thing. I'll pay him more because he's doing 2 jobs. And then I'll need a project manager, which I could be the project manager for now. 'Cause, I mean, they're needed, but they're also something that can very much be like, yeah, we don't need you right away. So we can wait. It'll be fine. We can wait. The main thing will just be getting a programmer and graphic design artist, which, I mean, I dabble a little bit in programming and I dabble a little bit in graphic design, so I could help out in those two areas. No problem. Oh, they only want one stool? And a carpenter sells it? Let's go see if the carpenter has it. And then tomorrow I need to go and check and make sure that, stool cart. Oh, I need woodworking 3. Well, that ain't getting completed. Well, because I can't complete that, I'm just going to kind of call it right here. I still have stuff I need to do today before I get to work. So I will catch you all next time. It's been Shatteredfriend Gaming. Thank you for stopping by. If you enjoyed any part of the stream, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I hate asking like that, but at the same time, I need people to do it. So thank you so much for taking the time to do that, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Peace out.